Are you a teacher who has a teacher's side hustle and you're looking for something easier when it comes to creating thumbnails or teacher pay teacher covers or Instagram posts? Then stick around, because I'm going to show you a program that I love called Canva. Canva has saved me countless hours when it comes to making Pinterest pins, Instagram posts, YouTube thumbnails, and it will save you hours too. Stay tuned. Hi everyone, my name is Lorianne, and if you are new to this channel, welcome. Here at It's All Primary, we talk about teacher productivity and teacher side hustles, so click that subscribe button so you don't miss future videos. Teacher productivity videos are posted Tuesdays, and teacher side hustle videos are posted Saturdays. So about a month ago, my dear friend Michelle from Michelle Gay Science Teacher, and if you have not checked out her channel, please check it out. Her science videos are fantastic. She asked me if I would consider doing a tutorial on Canva, and initially I was thinking there are so many great tutorials out there already, but sure, I'll do one. What I thought I would do is create a tutorial specifically for the teacher with the side hustle, whether it be creating covers, thumbnails, as mentioned. All these things can be done using Canva. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just turn the camera around, and I'm going to just walk you through some basic stuff and a few little tips and tricks that even if you're using Canva right now, you might not know about. So let's start at canva.com. And if you've never been here before, this is their homepage. You will see so many templates here. You can spend hours just looking at templates. But here is, after a while, they'll give you a recommended, your social media. And these are the templates that I tend to use the most. My first Instagram reel has been made in Canva. And just underneath this section is any designs that you have made. And as you can see, I've made a few. I've also got file folders on the side here of different covers and posts and pins and thumbnails, templates that I have created. I have a folder of Pinterest templates that either I've been received or I purchased or things like that. There's a lot right here on the front page. If you scroll down, they will show you template after template that you can use. Instagram, posters, Facebook, cards, presentations. You can purchase printed materials through them. You can also make t-shirts. I don't know how to do it. I'm sure there are plenty of videos on YouTube to show you that. I have a pro account. My pro account costs about $12 a month. It will be a little bit less if it's bought yearly as opposed to monthly. And just to show you some of the plans, pricing. Okay, here is the pricing. Mainly you would use individual, so as you can see now my pricing is showing in Canadian, but American is, like I said, maybe it's $12.99 US a month, where you can pay yearly. As a free account, you are getting 250,000 free templates. It's amazing. And then 100 design types for social media, presentations, letters. I've done PDFs as well, but I switched to Pro after about 2 or 3 months because I like the whole idea of having a brand kit where they will keep all my fonts and all my logos and the colors that I like to use, and I'll show that to you in just a moment. But here you can see 420,000 free templates, and there's tons of stock photos, which I like as well. I am not a graphic designer in any way, and this has saved me so much time. Okay, let's go back to the home, and I want to show you the brand kit. Now, what I like about the brand kit, as I've mentioned, you can upload your brand colors, you can upload your fonts if you have Pro. If you have free, you can upload fonts. You can upload 3 colors. They will save you 3 colors. And you can't upload your logo in your brand kit. You can upload logos onto your different uploads that are available to you. But let me go over to brand kit, which is here to the left. And so here are my transparent logos. And then my colors. And as you can see, I've got a bunch. I changed my brand colors about half a year ago. But I still like some of the older colors. So I have this many. You can also add palettes. So depending on whether you want a certain color style, you can look through here and they will save these again if you're in Pro as well, which is really nice. Oh, again, over here, you can save fonts. In the free, you can save fonts that exist in Canva. If you have the Pro, any fonts that you have purchased, you can upload to Canva. It's sweet. I can't quite see it in the screen here, but it's a little farther down. It says upload. One of the things that I also like about Canva, again, besides seeing an opportunity to find a color palette, which again, I'm not color gifted. I don't know what to even call it. Fonts as well. They have a page here called Font Combinations, and you can type in one and it will give you something compatible to go with it, which is fantastic. Again, all these extra little features for those who are color challenged like myself. But all you have to do is go up here and where it says brand, just remove it and go cut font combination. I think it's an S. Okay, let's try that. Yeah. So typography made easy. So select a font that again is already in Canva, and they have lots. I think, let's try this one, Comic Serif Pro, and they'll show you, this one's Quicksand. So this one's Comic Serif Pro, Quicksand. And it's seconds to show you the combination. So I really like that feature too. I already had my own fonts. I wish I'd known about this a little bit earlier. So what we're going to do is we are going to create a template or a image for a Teachers Pay Teachers cover. They used to be rectangular. They are now squares. And if you have had a store for a little while and you have rectangular covers, the PDF, that is fine. But it's the cover that people will see when they go to Teachers Pay Teachers. That needs to be square. And it is the same as an Instagram post. So I'm going here to Instagram post, which is 1080 by 1080. And you'll see here already on the left, templates. And for Instagram, I've gone here multiple times to find something. And all you're doing literally is changing the text, changing the pictures. But I can take any of these if I wanted to. And all you have to do is click on them. To the blank screen, they go. All I have to do is change this. Now, when it comes to a Teachers Pay Teachers cover, I tend to use mock-ups or a stock photo of technology, particularly now with Google Slide products, Boom Card products. And I'm going to go to Photos. And they have all these photos, and I'll even show you what's trending for photos. But I'll go up here and as you can see, I've already had computer or iPad. Let me do computer. And this is one that I have used, and so I'll just click there. Let me get rid of this other one. And just put it into the whole screen if I want to. Just go where the little white bars are. And I can off-center it. I can double-click on it, and then the whole image is there, and then I can drag it and then click off it. Whoops, let's get rid of I might keep this, but I'm going to change the wording, of course. So if I say Boom Cards, just for now, or Google Slides, either one, and you can have it. It's nice and bold there. Here is where your font is, the size of your font. I can change the second line in size, even though I'm in the same text box. Let me do half that size. Adding addition to 100. So as you can see, they've kept the heading part here that I've wanted large. They've kept it large, and then I changed the font size here. Now, I can actually spread this out without making, you know how you do a return normally on a computer. If you go to this line here where it says spacing, I can spread out the letters if I want to, but I actually like to, whoops, I can make them really close. That's a little too close. Let's go back to where they are, get that back. All right, but I like to just change the height between the lines. And so here is the line height, and I can just space them up or space them a little bit closer, depending on how much, what stuff I'm putting on this cover. If I want to lock this in, so say I want to lock in this image and I want to lock in the font so that it doesn't move, all I need to do is I can click on this, the text or heading, and come over here to the little lock key, and now this is locked, so it's not moving, see? And same thing with the image. So the blue shows up around it, go up here, hit lock, and now it's not going to move unless I unlock it, which is a nice feature too, because when you're adding things, sometimes they move around. And all I need to do now is fill this part with an image. So here's a set of boom cards I did recently for the winter. So I'm going to move this one. I can click it and it just automatically goes towards the center. And then I can drag it and try and get it to fit into that laptop. Again, use the white, drag them. Or I could crop it, depending on which way I want to go. Okay, so there is an image. My logo is missing. They are already featured up here in my images, so I don't have to go scrolling looking for it. So I tend to use one without my face. And again, there it is. And I just make it a little bit smaller. And I mean, I can add more. I could say, you know, 80 digital task cards or something like that. But it's really about this heading. I can make it bigger. Again, I got to unlock it first. So I got to go up here, unlocked. Okay, now I can spread it out even bigger and move it around. And there it is. And then all I need to do is change the how I want to word this up here, and you can make multiple copies after a while, and then I download it. You just click download, and then I keep things as a PNG and hit download. If I go over here where the 3 dots are, I can scroll down a little bit under share where it says see all. And I can actually, if I really liked this design, I could click it as a template. And then this is a permanent template that I have. And I have something very similar to this already. You can also schedule pins this way. Speaking of pins, one of the things that I like to do is after I've made my boom cards, I like to resize this and turn it into a Pinterest pin. So all you need to do is go over to resize up here beside file, click it, and then I click on Pinterest pin, and it will copy it and then resize it. Or you could just resize it. I tend to like to have both. So I copy it, resize it, and it just takes a bit. It'll open up a new tab. So the other one is already still in another tab. So here it is. Now as you can see, it's a little bit off. So all I need to do, now this is again, oh, it's not locked anymore. So I'm going to move that up there. I'm going to move this a little bit. Whoops, let's do that. But there, look how fast that was to do a pin. I could put more information here if I wanted to. Right? It's that easy. This has saved me so much time. It will save you hours because again, you can create templates. You can see already some of these over here. When you hover over it, it'll tell you whether it's part of the Pro package or whether it's free, right? So if I keep going like this, maybe I'll find some free ones. The other thing you can do is search. Let's go back to photos for a second, and I'll do iPad. And again, as I'm hovering, you can see Pro, 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 but then you can go a little bit farther down. You'll start to see some free ones. So there's a free one right there. Or you can go back up here and this is a filter. And I'm looking for free ones. Here are the free stock photos that you can use. And I've used some of these. They're pretty good. Like I said, you have a really good variety. When you are uploading a photo, there's kind of a shortcut to creating a quick upload of something on your computer, desktop. And that is, for example, let's just remove this picture for now and say there's something on something that is in one of my downloads, one of my files on the computer. What I'll do is I'll put the pictures over on my desktop, so they're sitting over here on the right side, as you can see. And all I have to do is just grab one, drag it. You'll see it upload on the left here, but there it goes right there. Super fast. And then I could just push this in, right? And then there it goes. So that is quick too. Okay, one of my favorite features on Canva is the background remover. And I'm sure there are websites out there that will do this, but I just love this. So I'm going to make a YouTube thumbnail. And again, on the side, you will have templates that can be used. I've used this one, again, and it's free a few times. So again, if you just click on it, it pops right up. And you can just, I can say Canva. Actually, I can go tips and tricks. Make it a little bit bigger. Oops. Actually, I could put that down there for your teacher side hustle. Let's try it that way. Yeah, I like to. This is why I like the templates, because I can play with them a little bit. So I can change this to Canva, and then move them. Actually, I'm going to make that much bigger. Let's make that almost like 100. Yeah, that's better. And then we'll move this one back up. And I can leave that one down there, or I can leave it up. I can move it up. Maybe I'll leave it. Actually, maybe I'll change the size. People won't see it if it's 18. 24s. Let's leave it. Okay, let's start with that. Now I can get rid of this picture. Gone. And let's bring in one of my pictures. I took pictures of my office, and here they are. And so I click one in, click, and just reshape, size it. And before I move it backwards, what I'm going to do is I'm going to blur it a bit. So I go up to adjust, and here I've got blur. So I'm just going to blur this so it's there. You can sort of see what it is, but it's not sticking out. And then I will position it backward to the back. So there it is. If I chose to do that and leave, I could get rid of this color if I wanted to, right? So I could do that. Mind you, I think the color looked not too bad. So I could do this. Let's move this down a bit. Okay, I can align these as well. I sometimes do and I sometimes don't. I can also group them. So I could click on all three of them and go up here and group them. You can actually create a ruler if you would like to have everything aligned perfectly. You would go to File, and then it says Show Rulers, and they'll show them along the very edge of this. All you have to do is drag it over here, and there it is, if you wanted to. And then everything will be aligned to that line. Or you can just put it right at the edge there. And then when I do this, as you can see, line colors start showing up with alignment. Okay, and see now I've got this centered to this. And then I can move this one and get that centered. I'm going to move it up a little bit more. Let's go back to the picture now. So let's add a picture. I'm going to find one that's actually the proper way. Okay, and then I'm just going to go back up to effects and remove the background. So there is the background of my office, but what I like to do is blur it, and then it makes it look like I'm sticking out in front of it. Does that make sense? Yeah, the hair is okay. This feature is only on the Pro. You cannot get this. This was a huge selling feature for me because I was trying to find ways to make my thumbnails for YouTube look so much better, and I think they do. And I'm going to position this back in front of my shirt there, and there we go. And the only thing I will add, actually I'll move my picture over a tiny bit so the finger's showing. And I'll lighten that up a bit, adjust the brightness. There we go. And I will just put my logo on it. So my logos are again positioned already at the top. So I'm going to click there, bring it down. One of the things that I was told when I'm making YouTube thumbnails is to try and leave the right hand corners alone, because that is when things such as the time of your video and other, I can't remember the other one, but they'll show up in those corners. So if you have something too close to that, they'll get blocked. So there is my YouTube thumbnail, and it didn't take that long. And if you're getting any value from watching this video, I'd appreciate a thumb up and subscribe, so again, you don't miss any future videos. If you are interested in more information regarding Canva, you can either leave a comment below, or I would highly recommend a YouTuber by the name of Aurelius. I think that's his name. I'll put a picture over here somewhere. But check out his videos on Canva. He is actually a Canva creator, and he is articulate and very easy to listen to, and he has great tips. Next week, we are going to tackle a very big issue when it comes to Teachers Pay Teachers, and that is pricing. How do you price your products? This should be interesting. So wherever you are in the world, I hope you are staying safe, you and your family. And if you are watching this video around Christmas time, I pray that whether you are having to spend Christmas alone or with a small group, know that you are loved, and we need you in our world. So stay strong. We can get through this together. And we'll see you in the next video. Take care.